So coffee and fragrances are some of my favorite style of fragrances, and Sensei happens to be one of my favorites in that style of fragrance. This bottle right here, as you can see, it's 3 different concentrations. Unfortunately, it is no longer being made. It is relaunched as Shihan here in 1 concentration, Eau de Parfum. And we're going to compare these two, coming right up with a giveaway as well. Hi guys, it's Sebastian. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, we are going to compare Sensei with Shihan, and we'll have a giveaway of 5 samples of Shihan if you stick around till the end of the video. But I bought Sensei about 2 years ago from Scent Bar in Los Angeles. I was visiting there, and I just really love the unique bottle and the fact that it has 3 concentrations. We've got the EDT here, Eau de Toilette. We've got an EDP, Eau de Parfum, and you've got the Extrait concentration here, the strongest. And as you can see, I've used the Eau de Toilette mostly. Eau de Parfum here, a little less than the Eau de Toilette. And of course, the Extrait I've used not that much. But unfortunately, it is no longer being made as a fragrance like this. And this is going to have to be saved and stored away in somewhere like a cool place, because it's a pretty rare fragrance. And as you can see, the sprayers are 3 different sprayers, and I included this in a top 10 delicious fragrances video, and my friend said it looks like a pan flute. But either way, she loved the smell and the scent, and I really loved it as well. But it's a bummer it's no longer being made, but oh well. It is launched as Shihan, like here, as you can see, and the juice is actually a lot darker than what it used to be. This is Eau de Parfum, so the middle one right here. Concentration, and it's pretty much the same scent, but there are some nuances between the 2 concentrations. So we'll do a little bit of information about the actual fragrance here. It is Shihan Eau de Parfum. The brand is Piotr Czarnecki. It's a Polish perfumer. I know Shihan is the men's version, and then there's also Shihan. There used to be Sensei. And of course, this is Sensei for men. This is a 100 ml bottle, and it retails for $160 at Lucky Scent or Scent Bar. If you want to pick up a bottle of Shihan, I'll have a link to Lucky Scent in the info box as well. You can click the link there and go to Lucky Scent and either order samples or a bottle there. But unfortunately, Sensei is no longer on Lucky Scent's website, so it's really rare to find this fragrance now. You probably have to buy it from somebody that already owns it, that doesn't want it anymore. For the notes here, we've got whiskey, we've got coffee, and we've got tobacco. Really cool notes. Love boozy fragrances, love coffee fragrances, as I said, and then there's also tobacco. Those are pretty much the dominant notes in here for me. Then in the heart, we've got black pepper, cinnamon, incense, and myrrh. And finally in the base, we've got spicy accord, ambrette, labdanum, benzoin, amber, and musk. The unique thing about the 2 fragrances it is pretty much the same fragrance. There's just some light nuances, and what I've noticed wearing the 2 fragrances, I'm only testing the Eau de Parfum in Sensei with Shihan here. What I've noticed is the Eau de Parfum in Sensei is a lot closer to my skin compared to the actual Shihan here. So Shihan actually projects a lot more than the Sensei Eau de Parfum concentration, whereas the Eau de Toilette projects a lot more here. So I don't know why that is, but that's kind of a good thing for me, because I like my fragrances to project a little more, and this actually does great in that area. But there is a little different in the smell. The Sensei smells a lot spicier. There's a lot more spices, and it comes off a lot denser, whereas the Shihan is a lot more boozy and a lot more coffee. So it kind of has more of a gourmandish touch to it, if that makes sense. The spices are not so strong here in Shihan compared to the Sensei Eau de Parfum. So that's a good thing for me, because after all, I consider Shihan or Sensei a gourmand fragrance, and the gourmand touches are a little more prominent here in the Shihan, which is great, because I consider Sensei one of my favorite coffee scents, if not my favorite coffee scent. It's a tie between a couple of others. So it could be anywhere between 1 and 3. So it's a great release. I absolutely love it. But we got more coffee here, and now I will have to do a little adjustment to my top 5, because this could actually end up slipping up to the top because it's a lot more coffee. Whereas here, I think the tobacco and the whiskey is a lot more prominent with the spices compared to Shihan, if that makes sense. And also, I'm not sure why the juice color changed, as you can see, but I guess it's just remade. And I think maybe perhaps the reason it's remade is because people might think this is a little complicated. I mean, even though I think it's an awesome idea, it's very, very clever, and I absolutely had to have the bottle. And like I said, it's a bummer that it's no longer being made. And I think people might have found it very complicated to use this, thinking, oh, what's the difference between you know, the EDT and the EDP and the X-ray concentration. So it totally makes sense that it's launched like this, and it comes off more gourmand, and I think it'll appeal to a lot more folks out there who like a good coffee scent with you know, boozy and tobacco touches. Performance was actually really, really good on this too. As I said, it did project a lot more than the Eau de Parfum here. And I got anywhere around 6.5 to 7, pushing 7.5 hours with the Eau de Parfum in Shihan, which is actually great. It worked great with me. I don't know what it was. It wasn't close to the skin, it projected a lot more, and it had great longevity, which I found to be really excellent with this Piotr Czarnecki Shihan. The only other thing I would actually suggest, if you're thinking you're gonna find a traditional coffee scent, this is not gonna be it, because it is coffee, but it is a lot of spices and tobacco and whiskey. So if you're a tobacco fragrance lover, you will probably enjoy this if you like a little sweetness with your tobacco. If you like boozy fragrances, you're definitely gonna enjoy this one. I think it's a perfect interpretation of a boozy scent. So those are all great, and I really enjoy wearing it. And now I'm glad I have the latest edition, and I'll probably end up just using this one compared to these 3 here. And these should probably be stored away and pulled out only for special occasions, to show somebody or to impress someone with a very unique bottle of Sensei. So guys, have you tried Sensei, or have you tried the latest Shihan? Give it a try if you haven't tried it yet. Check it out. I think it's a pretty unique take on coffee with tobacco and whiskey. And I think you'll quite enjoy this one. And as I said, it's one of my favorite coffee scents, and now it's a lot more coffee, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. Perhaps you have tried Sensei and you're curious about the Shihan now. Now's your chance to try out and win a sample as well. So to participate in the giveaway, just put down a comment as to why you want to win a sample of Shihan. Also put down what is your favorite coffee fragrance. Make sure you list it in the box, and list your state, because this is only open to USA residents. And we'll do the randomizer and select 5 of the first names on the list, and you might have a chance at winning a sample of Shihan and test it out, because I find it to be a really excellent interpretation of a coffee scent. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts on Sensei and Shihan, if you've tried it or not. Let me know what you think about it, and put down your favorite coffee scent, and we'll get a conversation started. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like this video and share it, and I'll be back with more videos very soon.